Live from Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13's Live at 11.
A side dish for a barbecue or just plain dinner is being put together in the Fox 13 Cafe.
Jennifer Burns is making a heart-healthy dish, and she's going to tell us all about it. Hi, Jen.
Hi there. Yes, we are making Quinoa Black Bean Salad, and Carrie, I know you're a quinoa fan.
I do. I think you made me one.
She's keen on quinoa.
Keen on quinoa, exactly. That's what we're doing, and we're making, of course, a heart-healthy recipe. I have Heidi May here, who's a researcher at Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Making a healthy recipe with me.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, I know that we're going to talk a little bit about vitamin D as we're making this delicious salad. And tell me, being a researcher, what is it that you do for Intermountain?
Well, I don't think a lot of people realize how much research goes on at Intermountain Medical Center and the Heart Institute. But I work with the cardiovascular department, and we look at different risk factors for heart disease and different diseases that will affect people and their heart health.
Okay. And of course, vitamin D being very important to our well-being.
Exactly.
Okay, so far we've got here, Heidi, we've got quinoa there. I put a cup in, and you just put 2 cups of water, bring it up to a boil, and then simmer it with the lid on, just for about 15 minutes, and that's how you make the quinoa. Have you made it before?
I haven't. That looks really easy.
And then I rinse the black beans. If you can help me out and be chopping up that tomato, we can get this salad made, and we'll make a dressing on the second one. Now, why is vitamin D so important for our health?
Well, we've always known that vitamin D is important for our bone health because it prevents osteoporosis and osteomalacia and rickets in children, but there's been vitamin D receptors being found in different tissues. And with that, we know that now it's important for different diseases in the body, and one of them being cardiovascular disease.
What does our body do with the vitamin D?
The vitamin D in the body helps regulate calcium absorption, which is important for cellular growth and muscle function, and now we know too that it helps with other diseases and to prevent them.
Okay. Now, you, being that you research this, you see the data. Yeah. Do you cook healthy in your kitchen?
I sure try to. Having 3 little boys well, I'm just happy when they eat, but we try to do our best.
Now, what are some of the, we're getting some fresh tomato, I got some green onions in there, the rinsed black beans, the quinoa. Name a couple of foods that have, that's high in vitamin D.
Oily fish such as salmon, egg yolks, fortified cereals, and milk, and fortified orange juice are all good sources of vitamin D.
Okay. All right, well, we'll talk a little bit more about that. When we come back on the next segment, we're going to be making a dressing, Heidi, and we'll put the whole salad together.
Sounds great.
Okay.
This one looks good. Yeah, I can't wait to try this.
Lots of color, too.
And if you want the recipe, go to fox13now.com and search quinoa.
Thanks, Damon.
We're going to head back to the Fox 13 Cafe where Jennifer Burns is finishing up that Quinoa Black Bean Salad with a guest. She brought friends.
I brought friends, yes. That's what we're doing. We're finishing up the salad, and I'm here with Heidi May with Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute, and you are a researcher there.
I am.
Now, we were talking about vitamin D before, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but let's recap what we did on this delicious quinoa black bean salad so far. We got the quinoa, cook that up, take a cup of quinoa to it's 50% more, so you're going to take 2 cups of water, bring it up to a boil, then let it simmer. We got some green onions in there, tomato, we rinse the black beans, easier on the digestion, and now we're ready to kind of put it together.
Great.
Okay, if you can put some lime juice, we'll do a dressing in that bowl, and I'm going to finish it up with some cilantro here. Now, with your research, at Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute, what are you studying right now?
Well, we look at risk factors, one of them which is vitamin D that we've been talking about, and we look whether different procedures are beneficial to patients, which medications do better. We also do some genetic research.
Okay. You gave me a fascinating fact a few minutes ago, and I was going to ask you, what can you do to enhance your vitamin D levels? But you told me when you go outside, I find this fascinating, when you go outside, if you have sunblock on, it blocks vitamin D. I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. Even an SPF of 8 blocks about 95% of the UVB rays that you need to convert the vitamin D in your body to what you need.
So how long do you can you be outside is necessary to get your the vitamin D that you need?
Right. In the summer months, you just need about 10 to 15 minutes a week. 2 to 3 times a week, 10 to 15 minutes, showing your legs and arms, and that should give you pretty close to most people the vitamin D that you need.
Okay.
But now with some of the health concerns with skin cancer, a lot of people stay away from the sun, with the sunscreen, wear protective clothing. So it's harder nowadays for people to get the vitamin D that they want.
That you need. And you mentioned some of the foods earlier. Okay, so what we have in there is the juice that you poured in from the lime.
Great.
We got some cumin. It's going to get some good flavor. Then we got, of course, the salt substitute. You could use any kind. Of course, Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute promoting low sodium.
Absolutely.
And then some red crushed pepper. Now, this is not in the recipe, Heidi, but if you want to zest a little lime, I'm all about creating great meals that are heart healthy but flavorful. How about you?
I think that's a great idea.
Because that's how we're going to eat more healthy, right?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, that's perfect. And these zesters are $20, any culinary store, they're perfect. Okay, and then one more question. How do we know that we have low levels of vitamin D?
You can just go to your doctor and get a simple blood test, and they can tell you where your level is, if you're low, if you're high.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, perfect. Well, thanks so much for coming and cooking with me. I'm going to share some of this beautiful, colorful salad with you that we made together.
That would be great.
All right, guys.
It does
healthy,
look really yummy.
colorful. Yeah.
That's how you can tell when Carrie's sincere. If we get caught bringing our mics up and she's actually saying it under her breath.
Really yummy.
That means it looks really yummy.
Good.
Thanks, Jennifer.
For the entire recipe, just head over to our website, fox13now.com, search Quinoa Black Bean Salad.